Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, and you guys know what goes down here on Tuesday. Wife Chat goes down here on Tuesday. So do me a huge favor and make sure that you're hitting the share button and letting everybody know that Wife Chat is going down. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. So do me a huge favor and put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. Again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on Wife Chat. I appreciate you. So do me a favor and put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. And I hope and pray that your week is off to an amazing start. As you guys can probably tell, I'm in my kitchen. I just finished cooking. For most people who know me, I cook Monday through Thursday for my family because that is the way I show them that I love them, unless I'm busy or traveling or whatever. But cooking is one of my passions. And so I was running late, so I just sat down here. I told them bring my laptop to me, so hopefully you guys don't mind me being in my kitchen. Hi, Alan. How are you? From North Carolina. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for all your support, Alan. I do appreciate that. But again, I hope you guys y'all had a great weekend and that your week is off to an amazing start. And so today I made some Southwest egg rolls, and they were really good. So they said they want that again. I tried something new. I've been trying a whole bunch of different new recipes. Like I try to go lighter in the summer when I cook, and then heavier in the winter, of course. And so I've been trying some new stuff off of TikTok and Instagram or whatever. And a lot of them have been working really well. So again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. And so tonight's chat comes from a husband in Colorado. And he's been married 22 years and they have two beautiful children. And he says, "Hello, Dr. Gail. My wife is absolutely gorgeous. She works out 5 times a week, but she has changed the way she dresses now that she has met some new coworkers. She has started to wear things really short dresses and skirts that are really short and really fitted outfits. And it is driving me crazy." I know that she loves me and I know that she's not trying to get guys' attention, but I don't like when other men comment on her, even when she's with me, right? Even when she's with me. He says, even when she's with me, other men make comments about the way she looks. I have not told her that this bothers me, but it really does. Please help. Alan, why do you have a red flag in there? Is that a red flag because she didn't change the way she dressed, or would you put the red flag because of what? And so I had the privilege, because whenever you guys send me a wife chat, I always try to reach out to you to, for one, to let you know that your chat is going to be featured, and for two, that to try to get some more background. Okay. And you right now, and I appreciate you guys for sending me your chats. Right now I'm like 3 weeks out. Okay, just to let you know, but I will always let you know when I'm going to do your chat. Okay. So I was able to speak to this young man, and he pretty much told me that for years that he had suffered with his own self-esteem issues, right? That when she met him, that she always kept herself physically fit, and that he had been a little overweight because of some medical issues, but now he is back to normal, and that he does work out and keep himself physically fit as well. He says, but he said when she started dressing different, that it did trigger him, and it did make him start feeling those insecurities that he used to feel when he first got married, and he couldn't figure out why she chose him and why she was so in love with him when she was so physically fit and he wasn't at the time. Hi, Rosalinda. How are you from Illinois? I appreciate you from joining me on my YouTube channel. Alan, you say the way she dresses, the husband's not speaking up about this is an error. Yeah. So again, he had some of his own self-esteem issues. So um this just does not happen with women. It happens with men as well. And I'm not saying that men go to wearing tight clothes, but they do can, if they do get a new circle of friends, they can start to dress more like their friends, right? And have you ever heard of the old saying, birds of a feather flock together? That's pretty much what is happening here, okay? And so here's my advice, not just to this young man, but to everybody. And the first thing is to check your own insecurities. Not saying that his wife wearing too short skirts and too tight dresses or anything like that is appropriate, right? But you need to check your own security insecurities because she married you, right? And just speaking with him, he did say that brought out the insecurities that he used to deal with when he first got married, and he was overweight and out of shape because of some medical issues. He couldn't figure out in his mind why this beautiful in shape woman chose him to marry. And he also did state he doesn't feel that there's any type of infidelities or anything going on. He just was saying that he just noticed the switch when she started hanging out with this new group of coworkers. Okay. Alan, what'd you say? The way she dresses, not the husband speaking up about it, is an area. Okay, I already read that. Okay, so you have to check your own insecurities, right? She's married to you, and she has kept herself in shape, right? And a lot of times, for women, right, there is an awakening, right? And not saying that your friends awaken you to new ways of dressing or new styles or whatever, but sometimes you could just be in the store and trying on something and they're like, why did you try that on? That looks like your grandmother would wear that. Try this on. And when you put it on and it fits you the way you never thought that something like that would fit you, and it made you feel a certain way, and you looking at the style, you like, I can wear that, right? And so I'm going to try that, right? And it could be something so innocent of that, right? How high proud Mary from South America. Hi, Johanna. Thank you so much for joining me, sister. I love you. I appreciate you for getting on. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this wife chat. Please put in the comments where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. And Johanna, thank you so much for joining me on my Facebook. All you guys, thank you so much for supporting my YouTube channel. I appreciate you. South America in the house, Proud Mary. I like that name, Proud Mary. I'm sure that's not your name, but I love it. And so you have to check your own insecurities. And it could be, again, that she just got somebody with a different eye and she realized, wow, I have been aging myself. So I can wear this kind of clothing, or I can fit this style of clothing that I never even thought I should try, right? And that could happen for women or men, right? Because some men just wear sweatpants or whatever, and then they get with a group of guys that, wear Docker pants, and they're like, man, why are you always in sweatpants? We're going so, put on some clothes. And then he wakes up and go, wow, I can wear that. And I can feel comfortable in that, because a lot of times people dress for comfort, not really for style and fit, right? And I'm just saying this could be the case with his wife. And the second thing that I did find out, and he even says, I have not told her that this bothers me, right? And so the second thing is have a conversation. Have a conversation with your spouse and tell them how it makes you feel. Not that that skirt is too short or that dress is too tight or whatever, but tell them how it makes you feel. And I had the conversation with him and I told him, are you able to be vulnerable with your wife and tell her that it makes you uncomfortable and it takes you back to when you was insecure about your own self and your weight or whatever? And he said yes. So my thing is, have a conversation and tell them how it makes you feel. It bothers me and it puts me back in that space when I was overweight and I felt like I was not good enough for you. And it bothers me when men holler at you. And let me just say this to you men. You don't want somebody that nobody else admires or looks at. You don't. Nobody wants anybody that nobody is looking at. And I'm not saying that you have to answer, but what I'm saying is that it should be a form of flattery to say she's with me or he's with me. That's my husband. That's my wife, right? And so the thing is that if you're solid in your relationship and somebody says, wow, you look cute today, or wow, I love those shoes, or wow, you're handsome, you shouldn't be like, oh my God, why did that person holler at you? You shouldn't wear that or whatever. No, 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 no. If your spouse and you're secure in your relationship and they don't answer back, you have no problems because they're coming home with you. They're coming home with you. So my thing is that nobody wants somebody that nobody else's want. And this is what my grandmother told me a long time ago. Gail, dogs don't bark at park cars. So if your spouse is keeping themselves together and looking good and he's handsome and keeping himself together, dogs don't bark at parked cars. So just know that, okay? That's just what my grandmother told me. And number 3, if it gets so bad where it really bothers you, then take your spouse shopping and show them what you think looks good on them. Suggest, hey, I want to take you shopping, right? And give them another way of dressing that pleases you. Because she doesn't even know that bothers him, right? And she is probably just coming into her own body, and her friends just open the door for her to realize, girl, you have a banging figure. Why are you covering it up? Right? Not saying that she should wear short skirts or fitted stuff, but he hasn't said anything, but it's bothering him. Okay. So again, sometimes we don't even realize that we have changed the way we're dressing, and not to get on our spouse's nerves, but it's an awakening. Like, wow, I can wear that and look nice. I can wear that and that makes me feel good. Not trying to mess with the spouse, but I can do this. And I have been working, and he even said she works out 5 days a week, and she's been doing this the whole entire family, the whole entire marriage, even after she done had 2 kids. So I want to applaud her, and I want to applaud any men that work out 5 days a week and keeps themselves physically fit and keep themselves physically pleasing to their spouse. I applaud you. Okay. So take her shopping or take him shopping and show them what you think looks nice, what is appealing to you, if it's really a bother and they can't see what you're seeing. Okay. And number 4, she might calm down and realize, yeah, I went a little too far, right? Because a lot of times you do have that awakening as well. You might be like, yeah, I bought this skirt. I don't know why I bought it, but I can find somewhere in between that, after you have the conversation, I can find somewhere in between. I'm not going back to wearing baggy clothes, but I can find somewhere in between that's appealing to my husband and is appealing to my wife, but also is appealing to me, because we have to feel good about ourselves, just like men have to feel good about themselves. And so you have to find that balance. And she might have went all the way left to you because it was something new and exciting. But again, she's mature enough to know that she needs to find a balance. Okay. And so my prayer is that this helps somebody if you're dealing with a spouse that is wearing too tight clothes or or too short clothes or have changed their wardrobe dramatically, and you can't figure out what's going on and you want that old person back, you might not take them all the way back to there, but you can find a happy medium by communicating effectively how this makes them feel. Okay. Both of us look good for each other. Amen. Amen. I'm so glad that works for you and your marriage. And for me and Gail, we both try to work with each other to make sure we look good for each other as well. But again, there can be some things that he puts on and I'm like, I don't think so. And he's like, really? I'm like, no. And there's some things I put on. And he's like, nah, that ain't the right color. And so we work. You have to get in a space where you trust each other enough, but you're confident enough to say, you know what, I really like this. This makes me feel good. How can we meet somewhere in the middle? Okay. And it's nothing wrong with having those conversations, but he was feeling this way and he hadn't had the conversation with his wife. And I gave him some tools and strategies to be able to have the conversation without making her feel bad, but also opening up the dialogue, letting her know that he was uncomfortable with her skirts being so short and her dresses being so tight and those kind of things. Because again, it's a balance, and you don't want to kill her spirits because she might have just woke up and started feeling good about herself, and you don't want to send her back to a place because maybe she was dealing with low self-esteem and you didn't know it either. So it's so many different dynamics that can happen with this. And again, it's all about effective communication. I cannot stress that enough. If you're in a marriage and you can communicate effectively, you can get through absolutely anything. I'm a believer of it because I've been there. Trust and believe it. I've been there where Gil and I used to fuss over what's for dinner. And when I'm not talking about like just, oh, I'm not eating, I'm talking about we would go all out because it was unresolved issues. And that was just a trigger to make me go off or whatever. So if you can learn to effectively communicate and listen to understand and not always to respond, you can get through absolutely anything in your marriage. Okay. So I hope and pray that this has helped somebody. And guys, thank you so much for sending me your chats. If you want to send me a chat, you can hit me up on any of my platforms, or you can go to gailcrowder.com and send me an email. I will never say your name. I just need to know the details and where you're located, and if you're a husband or a wife, and we can rock from there. If you want to talk to me, you can schedule a free 15-minute discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help you with one tool, a strategy. And again, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying your summer. It is hot as Hades in the DMV area. I have to say that. I'm telling you, it's supposed to hit like over 105 tomorrow. So y'all be praying for us. Good night, and I love you guys to pieces.